Stepping back completely. Stepping back from the stepping back itself completely. Disengage in the way without limits, thoroughly. Let's not be stuck with just disengaging. Disengaging is on its own, it doesn't grasp itself. The non-attachment is not the non-attachment itself, that which is boundless. Let's proceed onwards thoroughly. The non-attachment is not itself, that which is boundless. Continue to purify through this emptiness. Disengage on its own, it means that it doesn't grasp itself, it purifies itself. It's not even itself. In this way, there will be purification of the emptiness. Continue with Sunyata Nibbana, purifying samsara. Let's proceed simultaneously with that which has nothing to do with disengaging or not. Automatically there will be the purification of the emptiness. That which has nothing to do with the uninvolvement itself. Proceed simultaneously with the whole samsara. With this, it will be by the purification of the emptiness simultaneously and thoroughly. With everything is to share the great compassion instantly, purify through the emptiness and the extinction simultaneously. Purify through the extinction and emptiness simultaneously, instantly. Uninvolved is on its own simultaneously. This will be automatic purification of the emptiness and the extinction. There are no traces at all. Uninvolvement is on its own, proceeded simultaneously. Disengage on its own simultaneously, proceeding. Purify through the extinction and the emptiness, we have no traces at all. No grasping is on its own. Nothing is left, huh? There will not be any realms of existence that is left. Nothing is left as being, noble ones or worldlings. No grasping is on its own. that is non-attachment, that is on its own, proceeds simultaneously as such with everything. Beings, worldlings or noble ones will not be left traces as such. There will not be any kind of path to the enlightenment in whatever ways at all. Nibbana is not Nibbana itself. The emptiness is not the emptiness itself, child. No grasping is on its own. Let's proceed simultaneously and completely with everything. Let there be the great compassion purifying all the same evenly with everything. Open up completely towards that which is boundless. Don't be in stillness, indifference, and being dull. Emotional dullness. Watching over oneself, one's own mind, one's own states of mind or conditions. This is not the subject of looking after or over anything or guarding anything, guarding, knowing, seeing and looking, mindfulness, concentration or what. This is not the subject of guarding. This is the cutting deluded knowing. No grasping is on its own. This is not about seeing, guarding, seeing, knowing, guarding, seeing. This is not about guarding any states of mind. It's not about anything guarding anything. No is not even no itself. That is all about the giving up that is on its own. If it's watching over anything, how can there be any giving up? Being obsessed with something within something. Open up completely, child, towards everything without grasping for the opening. Disengage even from itself simultaneously, child. In this way, there will be simultaneous purification of the extinction. If samsara is not yet ending altogether, don't think there is ending. Let's help through ending continuously. If samsara is not yet ending altogether, don't think that it's ending. Let's help through ending altogether thoroughly. Disengage is on its own simultaneously, thoroughly with everything. Help through ending continuously for one another. This is not about ending for the sake of ending. No grasping is on its own. This is not about ending for the sake of ending, not for the sake of liberation within itself. Be thorough, huh? Open up beyond itself, without grasping itself. This is because no grasping is on its own. Therefore, the opening will be beyond itself. That which is boundless is not to be limited with just closing or opening anything. Let's make a conclusion well that purifies itself thoroughly. that which is not about it is or it is not. That which has nothing to do with even the involvement and the uninvolvement itself. That which is not even it is or it is not. Stepping back furthermore from itself to drop within stillness and indifference and sink in it. Just give up on its own furthermore, stepping back furthermore from itself. No grasping even from the non-grasping itself furthermore, so that it will not become realms of stillness, concentration, mindfulness, and equanimity. How can realms of existence is there? It's because of the delusive attachments. That's why there is realms of existence that is remaining. Realms of mindfulness, concentration, equanimity, insight, contemplation. What kind of realms there are? Giving up, the giving up itself. Disengage even from disengaging itself. Giving up is on its own. In this way, it will not become realms of existence. You see, both palms can help. It will be unwound altogether. Keep them open. Normally, just grabbing for oneself. Just open them up. Everything is giving up on its own, turning into the mighty force of the purification of the extinction and the emptiness instead. Both palms can help. Utilizing them as giving, not for taking. Utilizing as giving, as dissolving, as releasing, not in the way of creating karma. Utilizing them to help samsara, as unwinding and dissolving for samsara, not in the way of creating karma. Child, that which is boundless. Therefore, don't be limited to anything. Don't be limited to anything whatsoever. Otherwise, you'll be stuck only right there. To be stuck with just form, external form, or whatever, one will just be stuck and stumble only right there. That which is boundless. Therefore, disengaging must discard itself, must not grasp itself. disengage even from itself. It's on its own. Non-attachment doesn't grasp itself. That is blossoming state that discards itself, not taking in itself. Discarding, even the discarding itself, is not about just discarding anything. Blossoming, discarding itself, not to blossom out of anything. Disengaging is on its own. This is not about disengaging from anything. Not just disengaging or disengaging from anything. Disengaging is on its own. Let there be the mighty force that is like a lion's roar, purifying throughout everything simultaneously. Proceed simultaneously, like a lion's roar. Purifying through Nirodha and Nibbana, through the extinction, through the emptiness, for samsara. That's why it has to be simultaneously sharing, like a lion's roar, blessing well. Everything is not about grasping. Nibbana is not to be grasped. Nirodha is not to be grasped. The extinction or the extinction and the emptiness is not to be grasped. Therefore, proceed simultaneously with the essence, so that there will be a complete great compassion that is given through the purification of the extinction and the emptiness altogether. Complete Maha Karuna to help end for samsara. Proceed simultaneously with everything. This is not about maintaining. To create realms of existence for what? By maintaining. Already said again and again. Don't practice realms of existence. Purify them instead. To sink in and maintaining, it becomes realms of existence. Practicing anything, it will become realms of existence right there. Maintaining anything as well. Maintaining mindfulness, it will be realms of mindfulness. Just purify and dissolve instead. Disengage even from itself. Maintaining what? Disengage even from the disengaging itself. The mindfulness cut through itself. Let's conclude through all of the non-attachment. Disengaging is on its own. What is there to be maintained? What is there to be composed? How can there be a composure of anicca, dukkha, anatta? Just give up. Disengage on its own. Giving up on its own. To compose the mind and any conditions for what? With everything, proceed simultaneously through disengaging on its own. The disengaging is not even itself. It doesn't grasp itself. This is not about practicing purify through the extinction and the emptiness. Instead, this is not to practice state of mind, state of Dharma in whatever ways at all. That's not the way at all about practicing. Being deludedly practicing in progression or declination for what? That which has nothing to do with progression or deterioration. That which has nothing to do with even the uninvolvement itself. Why being deludedly practicing or progressing anything? The practice itself is the samsara. The practice is the samsara within itself. The practice is the desire within itself. Let's end it. Disengage even on its own. Ceasing on its own. Ending on its own. This is not to practice. This is to be given ending instead of unending by oneself. Ending as giving. So don't be unending. To practice then is unending. Listen well. Giving up is on its own. Non-attachment is on its own. It's not becomes realms of existence. Instead, it's purifying realms. It will not become realms of the noble ones or the worldlings. The Arahants are not realms of existence. The Arahants are not even the Arahants themselves. Therefore, they cannot become realms of existence of the Arahants. Constantly stepping back on its own. Whenever one dives deeper internally, just stepping back further and further from the stillness, from the indifference and equanimity, no grasping on its own, to sink in, to maintain and dive deep within the extinction, within the states of mind, state of Dharma. These will be dissolved. They will not become the ways of the desire. They will be instead dissolved. Therefore, let's conclude well through Nirodha, through the essence of cutting deluded knowing, with everything disengaged on its own. Cutting is on its own. Non-attachment is on its own, child. Even disengaging is not to be kept. Disengaging is on its own. It purifies itself. It doesn't grasp itself. It dissolves itself. Even my will not be kept. My from my itself. This is my that doesn't grasp my itself. The non-attachment that doesn't grasp itself. Listen well. This will end all the goodness and badness. And both. If not listening well, one will be stuck with just the idea of being good or bad. Listen well. It will end all ideas of good and bad. It will not be about anything within goodness or badness.